Alright, it's Memorial Day 2020, whatever day that is, May something or other. Something simple today. Just gonna make some chili. Not quite as simple as opening a can of chili, but I just can't bring myself to do that. I think I've had one can of chili in my life, and that was about it. So I'm gonna go just one step up, and that's gonna take some chili seasoning, and I can't help but make vats of everything. Because I like leftovers. So I'm going to double this recipe. So chili seasoning mix. I like some extra chili powder. Saltine crackers. I like unsalted topped sun green crackers, much to the dismay of people I know. Anyway, so we're going to end up using 2 pounds of ground beef. You can use turkey or chicken or a combination, or pork, and sometimes I'll use a pound of one, a pound of the other, and mix it up a little bit. It's hard to get this stuff in 1 pound increments, so a lot of times it's a little bit over. I go to the closest I can go to that. Per the directions on the package here, you need, for each one, you need some beans. These are 15.5-ounce cans, and you'll need one of these tomato sized things, one of these cans for each one, so I double that. I also like to put mushrooms in mine, and I'm a partial organic stuff. Extra chili powder. I'm going to put some extra butter in it probably at the end, like Mexican cheese sprinkled over the top of it, and I always dip my crackers in this big pot to make the vat, and something to cook the ground beef. And I also like Frios corn chips. These happen to be the big dippers, so I'll be dipping those in my chili and eating it, as well as dipping my crackers in the chili. A couple utensils. It's what, 6:19. I'm just going to dump all the stuff into there, cook the ground beef, throw it together, mix it up, and let it simmer for a little bit, and then we're going to eat it. It's a little cool out today. Not much, but cooler than it has been. It's been drizzly all day, so it's probably the last chance of getting any cool weather to have some chili. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, just a quick word. Open the cans of tomatoes and beans and dump them complete in there without draining them. You do drain the mushrooms, however. There was something else. Oh, usually I buy a 28.5-ounce can of tomatoes, diced tomatoes. I want diced tomatoes. But they didn't have any, so I ended up buying 2 separate ones. Anyway, and I also threw a little bit of Chicago steak seasoning. Not real much, as you can see, because the chili mix has all kinds of stuff in it. And then I'm going to season it to taste at the end with some chili powder. And I said a lot of times I'll end up adding some water to it. Because the meat, there'll be more meat than you normally get. You can also throw another can of diced tomatoes in there, stretch it out, and then a little chili powder will season it enough so that it doesn't get watered down. And yum. So I just put that on number 4, and I'm going to cook this on number 4 as well. See how long it takes now. Okay, well, I've got to turn this up a little more and cook it a little faster. 6:51, this is done. This I got turned down to 1, and it's basically boiling already, so it's time. I'm going to dump this in the colander with the hot water running. I don't want the grease to get a little crazy in there. And I'm going to throw some soap in there with it. Help wash it down. So then I'm going to taste this real quick. Yep. Alright, now goes in there. Go back over there. Go back over here. And we're going to stir all this up. Make lots of steam. And I'm gonna let that simmer for a while. Let's say 8 minutes. We'll try to come back at 7, see what happens. Alright, it's up in 13. I'm done. It's done. It's boiling away. I've turned the power off. What you didn't see is I added a cup of water and a little bit of chili powder. Give it a little bit of kick, not too much. I'm not too big on super spicy stuff. So what I'm going to do, pay attention to what I'm going to do. Take that and put it in there and a little more. And I'm going to start out with that much. So I will certainly come back. I'm going to pull that off of the burner so it sits here and cover up so nothing flies in there. Then I'm going to take this Mexican cheese and dump some of that on top of there. I'm going to give that just a little bit to melt. And then I'm going to stir it up. And I'm ready for dipping. It's kind of like chili cheese dip, isn't it? Grab one of these big old Frito things. Pull it around in there. Yep, indeed. You're right. That's a wrap. So, whatever it was, 619 or something, or 714. About an hour if you do it slow. If you turn the heat up, you want to keep the heat down, not let it simmer. If you turn the heat up on the meat, you just have to monitor it, basically stand there and make sure it doesn't burn. Drain it in the colander, dump it in there, and you can do it quicker. It's better homemade though. Alright, that's it. I've got my plate of crackers and some Fritos, and that's it. I'm deep. What's the word? Bon appetit!